Alderman Johnson,
Present.
Alderman Montoya,
Present.
All right.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Here.
Alderman Fairwell,
Here.
Alderman McGee,
Here.
Alderman Carr. Here. Alderman Roll. 6 present, Your Honor.
Need a motion to allow Alderman Montoya to attend remotely. Is there a motion? First, second by Alderman Carr on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya,
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr. 6 present, Your Honor.
Okay, motion carries. Moving on to presentation of journal proceedings, we need a motion to approve the minutes from August 11th, 2026, city council meeting. Is there a motion? Motion by Alderman Johnson, is there a second? Alderman McGee on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya,
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, Your Honor.
Carries. Next, we have public comment. As a reminder, the public comment period is not a time for dialogue. The purpose of the public comment period is for the mayor and aldermen of the city to receive input from their community. It is in fact a one-way communication to the city council. The city's administration and department heads are available for discussions after the meeting. Is there any public comment? Any public comment?
Good evening, everyone. Alex, I'm representing Blue Island, okay, as a resident, and then also as a member of Mission Covenant Church. I want to say thank you to the city for the back and forth action we had with the rain or with a wedding that was planned for the church. We had three attempts to actually do our back to school party, and it actually did work out the third time. So that was on the 15th. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank our information stations at the library, information station at the city hall building where I left leaflets, at the park district. I want to say thank you for everyone's help in making sure that things were visible. Okay, and to Mr. Rothberger, thank you very much for allowing me to leave my big signs. I had to work on maybe twice and ended up putting contact paper over because of the rain. But, you know, with enthusiasm, we got through it and we were very happy. And the people I met were totally new to me. Families coming in, and so we couldn't be outside in the sunshine because the sunshine wavered back and forth and the raindrops fell. But then also we had a beautiful basement area where we went in and set up stations and the children had fun. And for some of the people that have come to the council meetings, I met them here, but then they came to visit me also. So I'm very excited about that. And then I'd say for the second acknowledgement I want to give to the city, as it relates to with the trees that have been, you know, knocked down by the wind, what have you. Mr. Tom, you did a beautiful job. You said, give me your number, call my number, and I'll work on it for you. And that, working as a community, it included 3 families. 2 of my neighbors, I saw their trees, we had trees, so I called in and we showed patience. And he was very diligent about what he did and he came forth and he did it. I'm so very pleased and very happy. So continuing to work together, not just with us as individuals here and the city, but also community members together, working together in unison to be productive. That's all I want. And also I'm having a chance to get to know my new alderman, Mr. McGee. So thank you so very much for all that you do. Now I want to let you know, we don't have anything really big, like a bang up job for September. But we have an event for the looking at cancer awareness for October. So please know that I'll be back to you with that information, same enthusiasm, and to continue your support of the little people in the community, because we do a lot of the work that you don't see, but also we appreciate all the work that you having a commitment to do and that you're following through on. So thank you so much. And thank you to people here. One of my new members, my friends, met me here tonight, so we're gonna get to know each other better and continue to work in unison to be better here in Blue Island, okay? And I'm gonna work on learning Spanish, okay? So just look out. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Any other public comments? Any other public comment?
Good evening. Yeah.
Tom.
Best we can for now, so.
Yeah. All right, Secretary Carton Doyle, Dog Project. Good evening, everybody. As I was here last, 2 weeks ago, letting you know about Rough Around Blue Island is gonna be September 12th at Rock Island Pub House. It's our biggest event that we have all year. That's where we raise most of our money for the dogs. And we're also doing, Queen of Hearts down at Natural Law. It's on Thursday nights. The drawing's at 8 o'clock. I believe we're up to about $800. That's every Thursday, and then every Thursday, we're gonna have a new dog by, Dan Bartley, who's Doggy Dan, to showcase the dogs in the beer garden, weather permitting. So I just wanted to let you know about that, and then we'll pass it out.
Thank you. Any other public comment? All right, moving on. We have a proclamation for Constitution Week. We do this every year. I get contacted by the Daughters of the American Revolution, whereas it is a privilege and duty of the American people to commemorate September 17th, 2026, as the 239th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States, with appropriate ceremonies and articles, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States, designating September 17th through September 23rd as Constitution Week. Now therefore I, Fred Bellato, by virtue of the authority vested as mayor for the city of Blue Island, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through September 23rd as Constitution Week, and urge all citizens to study the Constitution and reflect on the privilege of being an American citizen with all the rights and responsibilities which that privilege involves. Signed today's date, August 25th, 2026. And as a history teacher, I have to always explain why it's not 250. The Declaration of Independence is 250 years old. We weren't under the United States government until the Constitution was written many years later. We were under the Articles of Confederation, which ended up not working. Alderman.
I thank you very much, and I don't think there's been too many years where a moment to appreciate the Constitution's been more important. I've taken advantage myself of this 250th of whatever it is to read more about the American Revolution, and I've been about 1,200 pages into an 1,800-page three-part history of the American Revolution by Rich Atkinson, and I can't recommend it highly enough. Fascinating story. A couple of interesting things that, really strike with me is, the Revolutionary War was 7 years long. We were fighting for our freedom for 7 years, and it was a desperate, desperate time. We really didn't have an army. We had some incredible leaders. We had some incredible vision, and we also had a tremendous diversity of backgrounds and people. And also, we were far from perfect. There was slavery. We were not treating our Native American citizens very well at that time. So it wasn't a perfect time, and it wasn't a perfect outcome, but it was pretty damn good. And we've gone through a lot to maintain our freedom and maintain the principles of the Constitution. Personally, I feel that they've seldom been threatened more than they are right now. And I feel it's important to, really hold this close and time to stand up for what we need to stand up for. So just wanted to say thank you for this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Need a motion to approve payroll dated August 14th, 2026, the amount of $459,528.91. Is there a motion? Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Carr on the question. Clerk, please with the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya,
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee.
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, your honor.
Motion carries. Next, we have a motion to approve accounts payable dated August 26th, 2026, for the amount of $571,986.77. Is there a motion? Alderman Ruthenberg, second by Alderman Fairwell on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya.
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee.
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, your honor.
Thank you. Next, I'll give you a little background on this information for public information. So we have 2 elevated water tanks that hold our water reserves to maintain pressure in the city of Blue Island. Both are 1,000,000 gallons. I think the one at Kitty Corral might have another 1,000,000 gallon tank on the ground with another tank at 119th and Vincennes. All past due on renovation, based on IEPA, recommendations and warnings. We actually had a lot of bidders and we came in over $1 million under the engineer's opinion of the construction cost. And after it was vetted by Burke Engineering, the lowest bid of $1,887,900 was granted by the, vetted by the engineering company to start our water tank project, which is going to be a multi-year program. So each tank has to be, we're going to bid separately. And this one was we were very happy to hear because there's more money than to put into water mains, lead line stuff, water meter replacement, everything else the city needs, and there's never any money for it. So we had 5 companies bid. Again, this bid was at $1,887,900, and the engineer's estimate was $2.9 million.
Motion?
Alderman Johnson, second. Alderman McGee on the question. Alderman Johnson?
Yes, this is the company that done other, water tanks in other municipalities, right?
Yep, they're currently working in Chicago Heights doing their tanks.
Thank you.
Other questions? Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya.
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, Your Honor.
Motion carries. All the remaining motions for tonight are all related, but we have to do them separately because tax bills have not come out yet. They have not been mailed out yet. The county offers 0 interest loans to cover city expenses until tax bill revenues come in. This is 0 interest, and to pay back, it's immediately removed before they even disperse money to the city, so we'll never see it. Something we've done many times before, but we have to do these separately between our different line items. And the first one being for corporate. This is the corporate line item. So we need a motion to approve authorizing the issuance of corporate purposes tax district warrant not to exceed $570,000. No interest loan from the county pursuant to its local taxing district loan program. Is there a motion? Motion by Alderman Fairwell, second by Alderman Carr on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya.
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, Your Honor.
Motion carries. E is exactly the same motion, but this is for police protection line item of $285,000. Is there a motion? Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Carr on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya,
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, Your Honor.
Motion carries. F, same thing. This one is for the fire protection district, $210,000. Is there a motion? Alderman Ruthenberg, second by Alderman Carr on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya.
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, Your Honor.
Carries. Last one, library purposes, as I have to repeat a lot, the library is a branch of the city. So they're tied at the hip with us. So this is for library purposes in the amount of $435,000. Is there a motion? Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman McGee on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Montoya. Alderman Montoya,
Aye.
Alderman Ruthenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
6 ayes, Your Honor.
Motion carries. Skip the announcements for right now. City Clerk?
Oh, yeah. September 1st, backpack giveaway 4 to 6 at First Lutheran Church. September 5th, rummage sale, First Lutheran Church from 9 to 3. September 7th, Blue Cat Rose Walk, 9 a.m. September 12th, the Stray Dogs fundraiser at Natural Law. September 19th, Guild House 5K Run and Walk, register on the website. And last, save the date, Day of the Dead, November 7th, 5 to 9, sign up at City Hall, craft vendors, volunteers, and altars. That's all, thank you.
You. I do want to put on the table and a little more chances to let everybody know. October 6th, there'll be a public hearing or public meeting of streetscape phase of 127th through Grove Street. We already did one from 119th through 127th in the East Annex here between 4 and 7, where the engineers and Joel with whatever they call themselves now, but used to be, Hitchcock Design for the streetscaping plan. For 127th, they changed their name. They were bought out by somebody else or something. For 127th to Grove, which is pretty much the same, 119th, 127th, and Old Western, it's all pretty much gonna look the same, but we're doing all this because there's some check boxes we do for grant funds that are helping to supplement the cost of this stuff. So that's October 6th, between 4 and 7. We just confirmed this yesterday. There's gonna be flyers put out, just like we did for phase 119th, 127th. It's gonna be on social media and so on. So if you are interested in phase 3, I think it's called, 127th to Grove, please come up October 6th, anytime between 4 and 7. That's all I got. City Treasurer.
No report, Your Honor. No announcements.
Thank you. City Attorney.
No report today. No.
Okay. City Administration. All right. Aldermanic announcements, reports, or comments? Okay, moving on. We need to motion to adjourn the regular meeting. Is there a motion? Alderman Fairwell, second Alderman Carr. On the question, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll recess for a minute and then we'll go right into the committee of the whole. Waving. Motion by Alderman Ruthenberg, second by Alderman Fairwell. Roll call, please.
Alderman Johnson,
Present.
Alderman Montoya. Who's still on? Alderman Ruthenberg,
Here.
Alderman Fairwell,
Here.
Alderman McGee,
Present.
Alderman Carr. Here. 5 present, Your Honor.
Okay. You have pledge allegiance to the earlier meeting. Are there any public comments for the committee meeting? Any public comment for the committee meeting? All right, we only have 2 small agendas here, no final action needed. First one is something we've discussed several times now about our building permit fees. It has come to our attention multiple times since this administration took over 5 years ago that we are not competitive in our building permit fees, especially in the commercial segment. We're charging a higher than average percentage, the highest percentage of any other southern suburb. And so we attached some documentation of what direction we're going into to make it more competitive. Looking forward to this packet here. Here, give it separately. Okay. All right. So I'll go over it. Right now, we charge a $100 minimum fee and a 5% of total construction cost. Most other towns are between 1% and 1.5%, Maywood and being on the higher end of 2%. We are 5%, which we've heard, I'm sure all the aldermen have heard, that our percentages are high for permit fees. Again, we inherited this, something we've been talking about doing, adjusting to make it more favorable for commercial development. So this was a proposal. It's something that's still being vetted through our building department. Our building commissioner has still going back and forth with different ideas, how this can be adjusted. But right now, we're looking at a graduated system where the first 100,000 would be 5%, 100 to a million, 2%. Anything over a million would be 1%, above 5, which again, we've never had projects this big, at least not in my time as mayor, would be 1%. And then we have regular inspection fees. We're very competitive pretty much in the inspection fees of other towns. It's these percentages that hit you. So it gives you project costs here in a comparison. So if there was a $500,000 project, okay, let's say someone's building a new business, or 500,000 doesn't go far nowadays, but let's use Iverson's, for example, because that's probably at least $500,000 remodel. Right now, our permit fee is $25,000. Under the new proposed would be 13,000, which would bring us still in line, still on the higher end, but still in line with our neighboring suburbs. Everybody follow? Pretty equal. And then again, I'm tackling the commercial because we are so out of line in commercial. Residential, we're not so bad, but I don't want to bite everything off all at once, because that's what I was trying to do, and it seems like it's too much to do all at once. So I want to attack what's the biggest complaint we get is the commercial percentages. So these are just recommendations here. Again, we're not done vetting all this. So it's probably still not going to come to a city council meeting yet. And I know I've discussed it before, but at least paper here, you see where we're direction we'd like to go. So if you have any suggestions, please look into this or look into it. If you have any suggestions or feedback, send them to me, send them to Tom Hogan, and we can continue building this ship. But I'd like to at least bite off the commercial soon, within the next few months before the next spring season. Any questions regarding that? All in favor?
Yes, I think it's a way to go for sure. And obviously it's a work in progress, so we'll see what comes out of it. I guess as we do this, what I would like to see us develop along with whatever this recommendation is a analysis of the impact on our revenues. And just so we can kind of plan, you know, I assume our revenues will go down, and it's probably a good thing in this case, but we need to figure that one out, how we're gonna do it. And the second thing, go ahead, Shu.
Tom, got something?
Absolutely, whenever we make a change to the fee structure, or anything that's money intake, we have to understand what's gonna happen next. When we present that, just know that more than most things, you know, if we were to say project over a year what permit fees are for regular housing things, right, regular things at homes, you can project that because year to year, one year we might have the Lyric being built, and the next year and the year after we don't, right? So I think we just need to be kind of wide scale lens about, we don't know when a major project's going to be. We just had Caliber Collision and the bank and everything. Now next year we might not have that much activity. So I kind of look at it in the same way I do filming fees, though these are much bigger and more impactful, but just how I think about it is one year you might have 10, next year you might have 0. So it's just, as we look through patterns, that data can get tricky. So just something to think about as we process that.
Right. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, and I understand this is kind of a big piece to bite off and it makes sense, but I certainly am hearing from residents that some of our fees really are a ouch for a homeowner. Things like, I talked to someone recently who had, $14,000 worth of windows installed, and I don't know, the fees were, I don't remember what they were, so I'm not gonna say, but I thought they were astronomical. So I really would like to have that looked at, because I think it's a burden to some extent on some of our residents, and it probably discourages some property improvements we'd like to see made. So when we can't get to that, I would very much like that to be addressed.
I think everything should be
I
analyzed, and I would just say one thing, there's a common sort of misbelief that the mayor and I are often trying to dispel, especially when talking with developers, business owners. When we look at the money out of the building department, it's fairly self-sustaining. We want to try to maintain that. That said, we want people to fix their homes and be able to afford to do that, right? Just like we want businesses to be able to improve upon themselves. So we should look at the entire revenue picture, but we don't feed off this revenue in terms of how the city operates, right? It's not a major pillar to how we operate things. We use it to pay people, inspectors, and highly qualified, electricians, plumbing, et cetera. But that said, we should always be aiming towards how can we make things affordable for people to improve upon this.
And this residential is 2.5%, and we're on the higher end, but we're not completely out of range. But the way I'm thinking, which again is very premature, is setting a cap. Right now it's 2.5% on everything. We had cap depending on the work that's done. Similar to this, maybe we're a little more complicated though, depending what kind of work's being done.
I just wanted to say that I agree with you as well, Alderman Fairwell. I've been talking about that for quite a few years. that we want to encourage, our residents, our neighbors to be able to improve, their properties. And with the permit fees, some of them are just ridiculous. So I'm glad that you brought it up again. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is with regards to the commercial property, this would then, affect our the
Appropriation,
appropriations for next year then,
yeah,
right?
for the revenue side, it's gonna have to be adjusted. Alderman McGee.
Based on, the size of the project, I don't know, if we can institute some kind of program that, has, based on the amount of work being done. Overall fees, how we can maybe somehow give that to them.
There is other programs too, but we can talk about more of those in detail when we provide a final version of this.
And it could also attract more business too.
That's part of the reason. I get a lot of pushback, especially now that we have possibly two large commercial developments hitting the market on 127th Street. It's raising an alarm on our permit fees being a big issue. Discouraging issue because someone bills hundreds of thousands of dollars in permit fees. All right. Next, City Fire Museum. So this is, again, we've been talking about this 8, 9, 10 years. We went out to bid 3, 4 years ago and they came in around 800 grand for the entire project, inside and outside. Since then, it's been very scoped down to where it's just the exterior and bare minimum, like lighting, flooring, but they took out like an elevator, second floor, a bunch of extras that were in the original bid. And the theory behind that is get it built, get it sufficient enough where it can hold the fire engine and other things, and then they can fundraise to finish off the inside. So me personally have not made a decision on the direction this is going to yet, but I'm happy that's getting very close to reality. And it's about 200 and change of guaranteed funds between different grant providers that are in writing already. So the bid came in at 400 to 445,000. I'm looking for it right now. 445,000. Yeah, no, 444,150. Kraus Construction. I do know the pre-bid meeting had several different bidders in it, but the bids didn't come in. We went out to bid a few years ago. I think there was 4 bids that came in, but they're all hovering between 750 and 800,000.
I haven't seen all the documentation with regards to this, but, do we like know the projected revenue that this agreement would bring?
No revenue.
Oh, revenue.
No, the original agreement was between the Historical Society and the city, 50-50 venture to make a housing our historical relics to do the fire museum like Old West. So that was pre me being mayor, but pre most of you being sitting on the council. And that was the objective. There's been a few fundraisers. I think Historical Society raised close to 50,000, and there's been a couple $100 grand in state grants that have been promised. So I'm still breaking it down. Still, I have some questions myself. I just want to put on the table this went out to bid, the competitive process. Kraus is bidding pretty much at cost is what I'm hearing because he's a Blue Island construction company, does a lot of work with Blue Cap and other nonprofits. He's considered this a nonprofit bid, which we are. So we want to do some more looking into. I know Travis has a couple questions that he has to get answers for you. But it's in a reality, the scope is there. We put money into appropriations for this, more than the $200,000 difference. So it's feasible, it can be done. It's just the fact that we want to do it. That's the biggest question. Alder.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who loves history and loves our fire department, so I would love to see this happen. I am, you're just concerned about, how much money we can afford to spend on this, frankly. I'm glad to hear there's a couple $100,000 in grants possible. I don't want to say how I would want to see what we finally come up with, but I am very concerned about spending city dollars on this project.
Thank you. Any other questions? Again, no decision needs, but I just want to put it out there. This is where we're at right now. Still looking into it. All right. I don't have any announcements. I already mentioned about the streetscaping meeting. City clerk, you got anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Attorney? Administration? All good. All right. Aldermanic announcements, comments, reports? No? All All right, we need a motion to adjourn. Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Fairwell, all in favor, say aye.
That's 2022.